Hey, welcome to the Dray Way. There is so much to talk about. There is so much going on. Whether it's trying to defend the right to free speech, whether it's about housing, or I could just go on and on. The poor farmers that are about to pull up their crops and have no place to send them. I can go on and on and on and on. So you are in the right spot because we got a great show for you today. I'm glad you're here. Just know on this show, you're going to get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me. So let's get started. We got a great show today. Let's go! Man, we got to talk about it. And there's so much to talk about. There's so much. Credit cards are not getting paid. People with good credit are not paying for their cars. Cars are getting repoed at an alarming rate. But the main key, the main staple, the main thing that everyone's been told, my parents were told, my grandparents were told, before them, my great-grandparents, you got to buy a house. Got to buy a house, got to buy a house, got to have a house. You got to buy a house. If you don't buy a house, you don't have a place to live. You need a house. Got to buy a house. I just don't buy it anymore. To be honest with you, in the last 3 years, if you bought a house, you got scammed. Yeah, because prices are too high, interest rates too high. And if you're buying a house now, you're going to get scammed. Because what do you think is going to happen? Because I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. You're going to buy, first of all, if you're buying a new houses built in the last 3 years are garbage. They were thrown up quick with cheap materials. You think those houses are going to last 30 years? Really? Because I can assure you they're probably not. Yeah, not even close. Houses today aren't built anywhere near like they were built 30, 40, 50 years ago. Not the same type of lumber, not the same anything. In many cases, not even the same concrete. Even the concrete is cheap. So these houses are not going to last 30 years. There's going to need to be considerable repair. And right now, all governments seem to want, local governments, is more money. So yeah, your property taxes are going to just keep going higher and higher and higher. Oh yeah, the HOA, yeah, that's expensive too because we have to insure everything, but oh yeah, plus you got to get your own insurance. So you got taxes, HOA, insurance, and that's before you start paying for the house. Paying for the house that you're going to have to upkeep for the next 20, 30 years. And oh yeah, you have to live right there. You got to live in that area because you have a house there. So there's your area to work your job. Okay, so go to your job, work all day, then come home and come home right there day after day after day after day. That sounds miserable, all right? The more I think about it in 2025, can you imagine how silly it's going to be, I don't know, in just a few years? Can you imagine how crazy it's going to be like in 2030 to think about, I'm going to my job, I live in my house where I pay taxes, HOA, insurance, the bank. How does anyone think this makes sense? And you think you're going to get rich off your house? Your house sounds like a horrific liability. It sounds horrific. And especially now, you don't get those HOA fees back. You don't get that back. You don't get the taxes back. You don't get that money back. The insurance money, you don't get that back. So, oh, my house is going to go up in value. Says who? Especially over the next 30 years. In 30 years, who are you going to sell your house to? Because if you think the youth is going to be into what's going on with this whole work a job, buy a house, work a job, buy a house. No, they're too smart for that. They're like, I'm going to be on the internet making money. I can go anywhere. I can travel any place. I don't want to be stuck in one spot. So that whole, I'm going to buy a house, I want to buy one of those row houses that all the houses look alike. I have a tiny little piece of land and my house takes up most of it. And yeah, I'm going to pay for that for the next 30 years. If you're 22, 25 years old, is that your goal? Is your goal to have a house? What for? For what purpose? And is your goal to work a job? I mean, believe me, there's a lot of smart people. I know a guy right now, he's 26 years old. He has 4 YouTube channels. He makes $200,000, $300,000 a year. 4 YouTube channels. And he can go anywhere. His face isn't even seen on the channel. He can literally go anywhere, anytime, any place, and still do his 4 channels. So what are you going to tell him? Oh, you want to buy a house here and stay here and live here. And he's like, in 3 months, I'm going to be in Miami for a couple of months. And then I'm going to Mexico for a couple of months. And then I think I'm going to go to the Philippines for 6 months. All you got to do is go where the internet is, and that's what young people are looking for today. They're not looking for a job. They're looking for freedom. They don't want to go to an office. My dad did that. My grandfather did that. I'm not doing that. I don't want to go to an office and I have to sit there for 3-4 hours, get my little lunch, and then sit there for another 4 or 5 hours until I get to go home in rush hour. I'm asking you, doesn't that sound crazy? And now, what I've been saying about real estate is all coming true. We've been in nothing but a big bubble, and the whole thing's starting to melt down. The whole thing's starting to melt down because employment is starting to melt down. The only thing that was propping up real estate was people were working. But now you got layoffs like crazy all over the country. And in here in Vegas, it's just begun. But we've been facing layoffs for the last 3-4 months like you wouldn't believe, and it's about to get a whole lot worse because we're Vegas is kind of counting on convention business, and if you look at the convention business, it's half what it normally is. It's half. So a lot of these casinos are going to have no choice but to start dropping employees. And when you start dropping employees, these employees have houses. And when there's no jobs in Vegas, people leave quick. And I mean real quick. Back to California they go, or back to wherever they came from. They're gone. And you end up with a whole bunch of empty houses here in Vegas. And that is exactly what's going to happen. Because the traffic from Canada isn't coming. But it's also happening throughout the the whole South, especially Florida. Florida real estate is a complete disaster. I don't know if you visited down there, especially the west coast of Florida just looks awful. It's almost like you want to say, start over again. Sarasota, Florida is a disaster. Bradenton, Tampa, St. Pete, all that west coast Florida is just a disaster. And it looks like hell. And there's empty buildings everywhere. And I'm thinking to myself, who wants to live here? But it's just the beginning. Because over the next 3 years, it's not going to get any better. It's going to get worse. Because the jobs are going. The jobs are going. And somebody tell me where the new jobs are coming from. Where? Big tech is cutting jobs. Who's adding jobs right now? I don't know. Fast food is dropping jobs. Hotels. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you know this or not, but there is a host of hotels on the brink of bankruptcy. Yeah. Who's traveling to where's all the travelers? These hotels are sitting empty. 25, 35% occupancy. That's just bleeding money. Absolutely bleeding money. So you're going to see more and more hotels just closing up because people are not spending money. And they're not spending money because their jobs are at risk. And people are losing their jobs. So, I don't know, folks. You tell me, what do you think is going to happen in the next couple of years? I'll tell you what I think is going to happen. I think real estate is going to continue to lead this economy downward. I've been talking about real estate for years. And everybody lately is like, why don't you talk about real estate that much? There's nothing to talk about. Commercial real estate's done. Commercial real estate, stick a fork in it. All those $100 million buildings, $500 million buildings. Oh, this building's worth $500 million, $1 billion. No, it's not. No, it's not. That building's worth 25 cents on the dollar, if that. People, and this youth is not going to be doing the same thing we did. They are not going to be hopping in their car, going to work for 8 hours, getting back in the car, and fighting traffic on the way home. Let me fight traffic getting to work. Let me have a suck job. Now let me fight traffic on the way home. Yeah, they're not doing that. They're not doing that. They're going to avoid that like the plague. Things are going to have to change. And the real estate has to change with it. But as far as it being a good investment right now, real estate is a lousy investment right now. Anyone doing it, it's just going to cost you. You're not going to make a dime. Let me know what you think. Welcome to the Dray Way. I'm glad you're here. Don't go anywhere. We got more Dray Way coming up. Don't go anywhere. I can't believe that we're talking about freedom of speech. I can't believe that Disney and ABC and these cowards, people need to start standing up and go, we have freedom of speech. Donald Trump, you fat, miserable piece of garbage. I don't care if you like it or not. We're allowed to say things about you, especially when they're true. You are a fat piece of garbage. That's called being accurate. That's the truth. It may be just my opinion, but to me, it's the truth. You are a fat piece of dog shit. And that's my opinion. And I'm allowed to have that opinion. Just like I heard so many people say the craziest stuff about President Obama. You should have heard the stuff I heard people say about him. But Obama understood. Obama knows it's your right. And Obama said, I will defend your right to say whatever you want to say against me. You don't like me? That's your thing. Say your piece. You have that right. But, just between you and me, Donald Trump, how big of a pussy are you? You are just one giant pussy. Oh, they're talking bad about me. You can't do that. I'm going to punish you. You are the biggest pussy I have ever met in my life. Oh my gosh. You can't say anything bad about me. I'll use the presidency to come after you. What kind? I mean, there's a name for you. It's called a PAB. Yeah, Mr. Trump, you're a PAB. And by the way, the first word in PAB is punk. And I'll let you figure out what the AB is. But it's punk. Yeah. I just for fun, I'll let you guys figure it out. If you haven't figured it out, I'm sure somebody will help you. But Donald Trump is a PAB, a big PAB. And it's just, it's literally the first. I want to talk to all you Republicans now. Do we have a constitution or don't we? Do you have a spine or don't you? Grow the F up. We have a constitution. We have a way that we do business in the United States. And freedom of speech is up there number one. Number one. And now all of a sudden you guys are a bunch of woke crybabies. All of a sudden you're part of the cancel culture now. You were laughing at us and now you want to cancel everything. I want to cancel this show. They say mean things. Ooh, don't say mean things. Stop. Don't do it. God, you guys can't be that weak. You can't be that. It's just, it's nauseating that you guys are such candy asses. Oh my gosh. Don't say bad things about us. You have to understand, it's so easy to say bad things about you because you're horrible. You're horrible people. You do terrible things. So yes, people are going to say bad things about you because you're bad. I don't know. What part of that do you not understand? People say bad stuff about you because you're bad. Let me know what you think in the comments. Welcome to the Dray Way, everybody. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm on my way to 50,000 because of you, and I appreciate it. Don't go anywhere. Part 3 to the Dray Way coming up next. You got to get invested in gold. You got to get invested in the stock market. You got to be in gold. I have a gold link right there in the description. If you look in my description, the gold link is right there. Click on the gold link and get started in gold and silver. If you can't afford a big bar of gold, get a little bar of silver. Start somewhere. Gold and silver is money. Gold is over $3,700. Silver is over $42, and they're just going to go higher and higher and higher. And I know some of you are nervous about the stock market. I get nervous about the stock market. But one thing I know is, even when you have horrible leadership, I want you to think about this. Right now we have horrible leadership and just miserable tariff BS and just businesses going, what is going on? And still the stock market's at an all-time high. Still, despite having a complete and utter total moron in the office, businesses are still doing well. Businesses, the American business is still going boom, 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 boom. And one of the things I think I'm invested in, of course, is I'm invested in, and I've talked about it, but I haven't talked about, I'm invested in energy as well. I like utility companies. I like a lot of them, but I like utilities because utilities, they just keep making money. They print money like there's no tomorrow. And they're building all these data centers, and energy companies are going to do well because this country it needs more energy. And that's what AI is going to increasingly need this year, next year, the year after that, the year after that, and the year after that. It's just going to keep going. So the link of gold and silver is in the description. If you don't have your stash account, my link is there too. Get yourself a stash account. Put $20 in there. They'll give you 50, and make sure you start getting invested in the stock market. The stock market's always going to hit new highs. It's the place to be in the next 10 years. I promise you, over the next 10 years, you're going to want to be in this market because there's a lot of companies that are going to do extremely well because AI is just going to present all kinds of opportunities. All kinds of them. And you want to be involved because let's put it this way. Do you want to just hold on to a bunch of paper? Is that what you want to do? Because you can stick paper in savings accounts, and what's that going to get you? Inflation's going to eat that all up anyway. So get yourself invested in gold. Get yourself invested in the market. And let's do well and let's make money together. And let's keep stopping by the Dray Way. Yes. Bring me into your house every single day. Hit the subscribe button. And don't forget, there is a new Dray Way show each and every day. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them. If you have wonderful statements, which you guys always do, put them in for me. I'll see you guys tomorrow right here on the Dray Way. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you later.
Whoa! Look at that. Water splashing everywhere, and I didn't even get wet. Seriously, if you want a pool like this, call the people at Unique Pool Finishes.
Hey, is that a fish?